Thank you to Sunil ji for having us over here. Wonderful session with all celebrated business people from within Calcutta, and everyone is a big business in its own right because everybody is successfully taken their brand to the next level. What was most interesting is that from the various sectors from which the businesses came. So, right from a core manufacturing segment like ours, to a e-com platform, to a retail segment. So we learned and interacted with each other, and it was great to have people from the audience too, because they were very interactive. It was a very fun session, and I'm sure this will go a long way in terms of motivating and encouraging individuals and youth to come forward, try their hands at entrepreneurship, even people who are involved professionally in various companies to adopt to some of the strategies which we have done at a ground root level to have some success or the other in the business. Right? Thank you so much.
Before you pass on the microphone, just a small question as you mentioned, that. So you mean to say that there is a process which has to be followed, otherwise this can be a waste as well.
Of course, I mean, you see there are a lot of companies, I'll not name the companies, in today's age, which have losses probably 3 times more than their turnover. There are a lot of companies. So, when there is an infinite source of funds coming, so probably you do not understand where to spend first, and probably the first activity would be to go all out on ATL. So ATL would be anything which is TV advertisements, hoardings, commercials, right? So of course there has to be a very, very clear, thoughtful plan of action, and based on that framework, when you have it ready, you put in money, then you will definitely reap the rewards.
Anish Agarwal from Tablet. They are into e-pharma.
Yes. Community-led pharma. So we have branded ourselves that way. So just coming to my introduction first. So I run a pharmacy business called Tablet Pharmacy. We serve the problems of senior-aged people in very small towns and villages, tier 3, 4s and 5s, even tier 6 of West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, by home delivering medicines to them at their doorstep. So in other simple words, a pharmacy for smaller towns. We are also known for very, very quick delivery. So if you are in Kulti and you would order at 11 PM tonight, by tomorrow 4 PM the medicine would be at your home, delivering from Calcutta. We are known for our vernacular communication so that the old age people can communicate, and also known for the 450 touch points, the physical human interface touch points that we've created all across and made it very, very easy and convenient for old age people to order their medicines at an affordable price. So this is about me. My introduction to branding was not because I was searching for it, but a friend suggested a book, Positioning the Battle for Your Mind by Jack Trout and L. Reis. I still find that to be the #1 book on the topic, which helped me understand that branding is not only about your company branding, but it's also personal branding. And why should their parents name their children with shorter names and not names similar to Czechoslovakia? Why it should be similar to India or Bharat? And various other concepts. So that was my introduction to the concept, and while I was running the business, I came across challenges and people like Sirish Bhaiya helped me fine-tune the concept. I still remember the day, Sirish Bhaiya, when you said, "Tera koi kaam ka nahi hai branding." Yeah, so that's my introduction. And coming to the topic, is it a wasteful expenditure, etc.? So I have a very technical outlook towards branding. Branding helps down the funnel marketing and distribution development costs to go down. So every 100 rupees spent in branding helps the 1000 rupees you would spend in marketing and distribution to come down to 500. So net 40% आपका पैसा बच जाएगा. So coming to numbers, that is what I look at, क्योंकि आपने trust and credibility build कर लिए. So while you are doing performance marketing, you will get more conversions for your impressions. To put it technically. Thanks.
Welcome, Choiti. You
Yes.
came little
Thank
too
you.
late.
Very sorry for the same.
Choiti is the founder of Freedom for You, which is a brand activation and brand promotion firm,
Brand management organization.
brand management organization. In fact, me and Shunilda was discussing that we should have more and more women representation to talk about whatever the topic is. Then we decided on it. Maybe one woman is equal to 4 men out here.
In this room also, I don't find anybody other than Sravani, me, and I don't know someone. Yeah, sorry.
Which is equally good, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Choiti Ghosh. Actually, this business of mine is just 9 years old. I was totally a corporate person, started my career in multinationals, working in sales and marketing. I did my studies in marketing also after my masters, and after working in few multinationals and national-based company, I started the organization as a passion, but once I started, I found, to be very honest, I still try to work as if this is my passion, and by that, whatever I learned from my 15 years of working in top-notch companies, and it is just nothing when I started the organization and what I have learned in just this 9 years. Okay, like what I think Abhishek was just saying that, it is absolute nothing, what we have studied or what we read in the book. It is absolutely different, and every organization, they have their own rules and whatever that they want to do. And as far as the topic is concerned, I don't even want to repeat the topic, because if brand building is a wasteful expenditure, then my company will not exist. So I don't even want to say that. As far as I am concerned, it is an emotional bonding between the brand and its customers. I would like to say in that way, whatever technical, financial, deal we do, branding is must, because through that, a brand strengthens a relationship with their TG. That is what I have felt and learned through this 9 years of actively doing brand management for corporates and multinationals. I mean, in a very short sentence, I can say it's a relationship, it's a bond building. A brand a brand is a name. When we start an organization, it's just a name. It becomes a brand after, we do some brand building. And maybe when we start, there are different kinds of organization. When we start our organization, it is not that we always have the funds to do brand building. All of us, at whatever stage it is. But I feel that, the first brand building starts with mouth publicity. Like when I have started my business, before I started 3 months, I just went and met people throughout Kolkata, Bombay and Delhi, wherever I have worked, just to say that, I'm starting this. And that was my first publicity or brand building, I have to say that. And with that 3 months brand building, what exercise, I don't know, maybe social awareness or, intimating people about my, first 2 years of my business was like, I can't even imagine that I can do such good, I can earn so much of revenue without even, having, this is the first generation business that I am into. Nobody in my family is a businessman or a businesswoman. It was only that mouth publicity that Choiti is starting her own brand management organization gave whatever I am today. So I think that speaks,
Once a brand is being built, what should be the focus? The tangible attributes of the product or something else? Because there are cases, multiple instances where the brand campaign doesn't talk about the product itself, something else.
See, sustainability is the most important word, and it is a continuous process, what I have seen. Because our human memory is very short. So, even the big brands, because, believe me, I'm late today because I was doing a shooting for a client of mine who is a doctor, and he's a very reputed doctor. All of you in this room, you will know him, as one of the most reputed doctor in Kolkata, but I'm doing a shoot for him because he is branding in a national television. So, this says, a lot. I don't think when I was working, 10 to 12 years back, we even thought that a doctor or an astrologer or a lawyer or a CA, they are going to promote themselves through different mediums. So it has changed, the entire definition of, when I go to a corporate, we talk about brand building, and when I go to the individuals like doctors and, I say media profiling, because they don't like saying branding. It's still, something is there, the conscious maybe, doesn't allow, but when I tell them that, we are going to do a media profiling for you, it's fine. So, but at the end of the day, we also know what is media profiling and what is, what we are doing. So it is, we have, and what, like you said, it has to be continued because there is competition is like, somebody who's not doing it is basically a loser. Whatever way you do your brand building or media profiling, whatever name you give to that, but at the end of the day, you have to be seen. Your name has to be constantly ringing in your TG's mind. So it is not only, product is definitely, because without the product or the right service, one can't, continue in the market for a long period. But along with that, this has also become an absolute necessity that, the bell must constantly ring in your TG's mind. Otherwise you're gone. Whatever fame you had 2 years back or 6 months back also. Oh yeah, right, 6 months back I got this right, I forgot about this. Because there are 10 more, brands who are actually dealing with the same product or services.